I just want to make this point in relation to my case. Now, I didn't have a brain injury, I didn't have a mental illness, I didn't make threats to kill of any kind. I wasn't harassing, criminally harassing, I wasn't stalking, I wasn't slandering, I wasn't labeling, I wasn't defaming people, I wasn't starting conflicts. I was incapable of working. I had injuries that were left undiagnosed, and they were trying to undermine my sanity every step of the way. In doing that, they resorted to physical violence, stalking, harassment, criminal harassment, threats, intimidation, even up to the point of kidnapping. And all those actions left me with post-traumatic stress. So I was investigated for injuries I didn't have and claims of crimes that I didn't commit, when I was the one under attack and being threatened and intimidated and all the rest of it. I'm then falsely imprisoned, which I call kidnapping, because it was declared an act of war against me. A Crown lawyer told me I better watch my back. An ombudsman said, literally, you need a gun to resolve this. Well, what I'm left with now is them trying to cover up the fact that the people who were investigating me for injuries I didn't have are the same people who caused me the injuries that I do have, which is post-traumatic stress and a neck injury from the attack in the back of a police car. And I was beaten to a pulp at the end of 2005. Literally, then I've been defrauded then of be stopped illegally and unlawfully with criminal intent, all my rights, entitlements, rehabilitation, medical and treatment needs. Singled out, isolated, alienated. My anonymity taken away from me. And degraded, humiliated, embarrassed. Every step of the way. All part and parcel of criminal provocation. All part and parcel of trying to entrap someone into a crime. All part and parcel of trying to get someone to commit a crime. And I suppose you could look at the alleged threat to kill Jacinda Ardern as part of that entrapment, as part of that criminal provocation. If I was drunk and did it, I still wouldn't give a fuck, because I would have been drunk and I would have been provoked into the situation. But I still don't believe that I wrote the actual email. But there's a lot of things you don't know. I mean, you say telecopics, optical sights coming through and going onto your heart, onto your head. You call the police, you make complaints. I had notes in the letterbox telling me to fuck off back to where I came from and stuff like that. Get a life, get a job and shit like that. But my main aim in this case is every complaint and every criminal complaint that I've ever made was turned around and I was blamed then for what I'm complaining about. And that's how they gaslight your entire life. You know, and you live this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't get the minimum wage for working under ACC 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I literally get my life turned into a slave trade action. And GP being told we just want to pay him, do nothing. Destroying all my medical notes, medical files, destroying all my ACC case notes and files. Manipulating every medical professional under the sun who, in my view, are nothing short of suicide bombers and victims' lives. But I could say the same about Prime Ministers and Cabinet Ministers. I could say the same about the New Zealand Police. I could say the same about the Crown Law Office, the Ministry of Justice, the Commissioners. You've never seen a case bigger of criminal blackmail under Section B of the Crimes Act in all your life, because they create that many conflicts. It would cost you tens of millions just to put all these bastards behind bars where they belong. But we're here, it is what it is, and David Hepley seems to be fucking me around over the post-traumatic stress assessments and not sending off the referral forms. But I guess I'm just going to have to deal with that when I get to court, on why he's fucked around for 3 years, 4 years, and why the GP's fucked around for 10 years. So, and why ACC's, when I actually did get an assessment with a guy called Peter Dean, who is a Crown lackey, I went in for an introduction, and he ended up writing a fucking report out of this bullshit without collecting anything. And that's because he was told by ACC not to write a report. So it's a whole rigmarole, and David Hepburn seems to be in the middle of his fucking all. So I don't know how far this guy has gone to actually resolve any of this, but it's gone too far. I mean, you say Hepburn, yeah, he seems to be in the thick of it all the time. So how he's making money out of it? You know, he's complaining that he's not making any money, but he seems to be fucking not doing the job to make the money that he should be fucking earning if he was doing the job. So that means he has to be working for ACC. That means he has to be the inside man involved in my case and lying to me every step of the way and not doing the job he's supposed to do to assist ACC in carrying out the crimes they're carrying out. That's the only way I can look at it. Because he fucked up the appeals, he fucked up reviews and appeals, he fucked up criminal appeals, he left things unaddressed and left me out of time. He literally fucked me over every step of the way. Anyway, now you get the gist. I can be investigated for injuries I don't have, and then when they cause injuries, they're not investigated. Says it all, doesn't it?